Hi, my name is John Lucchetti. I've worked as a buildings engineer for 12 years, starting my career in factory-based heavy engineering, and then shortly thereafter moving into buildings. I've been actively involved in the modular sector for about the last 10 years, and am currently on the board of Prefab Oz. My role at Stantec is as the commercial sector leader for Stantec in Australia, covering the subsectors of office, resi, hotel, build-to-rent, and aged care.
Hi, my name is Martin Laroni. I've worked as a structural engineer for 14 years, and I'm currently employed at Arup as a structural engineer in the buildings group. I've been fortunate enough to have a very diverse career in engineering to date. I've worked and lived across 4 continents, and I've been involved with projects right from humble sheds to roller coasters, to large telescopes, and even a half-scale Eiffel Tower in Macau. Currently at Arup, I lead structural engineering design teams for a variety of building projects, some refurbs, some new builds across a wide range of industries. And our engineering team works with architects, developers and builders to realise concepts in an efficient way.
Hi, my name's Laurence Robinson. I've worked as an architect for over 30 years, and I'm currently a director of brand architects in Melbourne, working on large-scale public infrastructure projects. From an architectural perspective, I'll be looking for innovation and collaboration in the design outcome. I encourage all the teams to think outside the box and find an approach that doesn't conform to existing typologies.
In many of last year's submissions, we saw a really strong focus on structure and architecture, with many submissions including no or basic building services only. This year, I'll be hopeful of receiving submissions with some energy and thought into building service design and innovation. 3 key things that I'll be looking at are consideration of how the building will be serviced, the development of novel concepts for the assistance of services prefabrication, such as the implementation of new connection and modularization techniques, and consideration of how to reduce building energy and water consumption through both performance and also through technology and user awareness.
Personally, I'll also be focusing on the spatial quality and occupant experience, as well as how environmental sustainability is demonstrated through the design proposal. I hope to see some really exciting design outcomes that challenge the norm.
Structural engineering is obviously a key component of any building concept, and from a competition point of view, I think considering modularity right from the outset is probably the number one thing. So connections and flexibility with the modules are the key. Every structure really has some degree of modularity. So steel beams in a typical structure, they're cut and drilled in the factory and put together on site like a Meccano test. So how far can we push modularity, and what specific benefits can we get from a highly modular structure and highly modular concept? That's sort of what we're exploring in the competition. So try to think of other things other than just sort of stacking the boxes. Is there a better way to do that and really produce an innovative modular design? And materiality is probably the number one lever to pull in terms of our emissions and net zero aims. So think about the materials that are being used in the structure, right from manufacturer, transport, the end of life. So net zero is not just about the construction. Thinking about, can the structure be reused? Is there opportunities to repurpose the structure at some point potentially?
Apart from the design and technical input, I think the best thing teams can do to make their submission more competitive is to focus on the quality and clarity of the final presentation. Aim for quality over quantity and ensure that everything you're presenting is contributing to communicating your design in a simple and understandable way. We don't need to see reams of drawings or calculations to know if a proposal is great. If the story is well told, it will be obvious.
Number one thing will be a point of difference. Can you catch the judge's eye and really stand out from the crowd? So think about trying to separate your submission from the pack. It's going to be read along with a large number of others. So think of the substance of your ideas and then try and sell them in a simple, attractive way, and often, less is more. A concise, clear submission can be far more powerful than a very voluminous, convoluted.
Outside of the technical input, I'll be looking for clear descriptions of presentation and design ideas to make it easy for us as judges to appreciate and identify the concepts.
Research, think about the brief, think about the site. Spend time before you start jumping into the design to understand really what you're trying to solve here. And search and see if there's other opportunities that people have done in the past that you can leverage on. So can you build on existing good ideas rather than reinventing the wheel? And teamwork, obviously. I mean, it goes without saying, but a true multidisciplinary effort will really inform the best overall concept rather than all the disciplines working in their own silos and coming together at the end.
We love seeing novel concepts and new technologies. Don't constrain yourself to existing or mature technologies. Bring new ideas to the table.
Think about the brief, sit down and really understand what the problem is that you're trying to solve. And from there, brainstorm a clever concept, think about that point of difference and really try and come up with something that's unique, a core idea that's going to capture the judge's attention. And then third, from there, build the submission around that, make it clear, always relate back to that core concept idea and produce an attractive package around that idea. And as I said before, sometimes less can be more when it comes to presentation material and communicating that idea really clearly.
My personal top tip for entrants is to work together from the start to define an innovative conceptual approach to the brief that your team can all work towards developing. Don't make the problem bigger than it needs to be. A lot of the time, a simple concept developed with clarity will win out.
I wish you all the best of luck for the competition. I look forward to seeing the entries and judging them. Thanks.
I wish all the entrants in this year's challenge the best of luck. I can't wait to see all the great ideas you come up with, and I look forward to reviewing all of your submissions.
Looking forward to seeing your submission.